In this video I take a look around an abandoned farmhouse in Malta. It's time to go urban exploring. So then, in Malta there's so many abandoned buildings. Everywhere you look there's an abandoned building. It's absolutely full of them. Most of them are so small they're not very interesting. This one is a medium-sized building, and this building is about to collapse. In some parts of it there's no cement left holding the bricks together, and at one point I leant on a wall which moved and almost fell down, meaning a building would have collapsed on top of me. That is so dangerous. And now I come to the next abandoned building. This one is in a right state. Got this little room with not much in it. Now let's even find a way in. This building's in a right state. Wow. Number of buildings like this, cheaply built, fall down quickly. Malta's just full of buildings like this. In this room we've got not much. The ceiling looks very old. Up here, it looks like some sort of farmhouse. And here we have a little room. Hello. Ceiling's falling down already. Up here you've got, this bit's completely collapsed. It seems like some of the basement's intact, so let's see if we can get. It seems like some basement's intact, so let's see if we can get to the basement. Oh look, basement's still not fallen down, despite the fact the top of the building's fallen down. Ooh. No idea what that is. Very weird. Got some arch thing. Let's take a look in this part of the basement. There's nothing really in this part. Let's try it this way through all the nettles. Here we have another bit of basement. This building looks quite old. Up here we have a collapsed room, and this room looks very, very collapsed. Here's another room up there before it's been completely collapsed. All the wood's fallen down. Oh, there are a lot of stones to climb over. I don't think anyone's explored this building. There's no trace of anyone exploring this for like ages. I think there's so many abandoned buildings in Malta. All the locals are just used to them. There's nothing special to them. It's littered with these abandoned buildings. They're like everywhere you look. Abandoned building after abandoned building. And the floor is collapsing in this bit. There used to be horses in here, probably after it was abandoned they probably used it for horses for a while. I actually tried to prop it up at one point. Wow, that looks so dodgy. This building is in a right state, it's about to collapse. This part looks fairly stable, but a lot of it's, actually all of it's collapsing. No, it's not stable at all. Wow, this building is about to fall down very, very soon. And look, this wall's loose, look at moves. This building is not going to be standing for much longer. It's all coming away. Look at that wall's about to fall down. Oh, that moves, right. I'm not going to climb over that wall, I'm going to go back the way I came actually. They've put very little cement between their bricks here, so they're cheaply built. So these walls are so close to collapsing. This is so much as leaning on this wall might be the last straw for it to collapse. That's what state this building is in. If you stand there, that bit will probably collapse. And I think... Wow, that wall. There's no cement left between those bricks. That is about to fall over. So this front bit of the building looks fairly stable. That back bit, that's going to go at any moment. So then, near this building, there is a quarry. So we can take a look at how these buildings are built. Underground in Malta is all stone. So they just dig away at the ground and they mine out stone blocks. Then these stone blocks are just put together to make buildings. Every single building in Malta, from little farmhouses to big posh hotels, are made of the exact same way, and pretty much most buildings here all look very similar because of this. Everything in Malta, the buildings, also the roadside walls, are all made of these blocks, so everything has a very sort of blocky feel. It's a bit like Minecraft in some ways. Just mine out the blocks and stack them up to build buildings. The buildings are very cheaply put together with very little holding the bricks together. So the buildings are very cheap to put up and very cheap to come down. It's quite cheap way of construction. I guess it's quite cheap to make buildings, but at the same time, buildings become abandoned very quickly here, which is why there's so many abandoned buildings. And with that said, next to this quarry, there is another abandoned building. And this is a sort of typical abandoned building you see in Malta. It's very small, it's like a little farm shed, it's very small, not really that interesting. But there's so many of these abandoned buildings littered all over Malta. This is a Minecraft house. There's the quarry where you've just got your building material from. There's plonked together a house in blocks. We live in a Minecraft world now. And it's completely utterly abandoned. There should be a way in, hopefully. Here's your quarry. Over here is your quarry house. Very, very small URBEX, or a very, very small quarry house. Actually, what a weird little place. Looks like I've been a horse in here, maybe. We're not. That was a very, very small URBEX. And there's upstairs. I don't know the point of this building, but oh well.